going to be talking about some places that you do not want to take deliveries from, or places you do not want to deliver to. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Dash vlog. Today it is Labor Day, it's 2020, and the sun is completely gone. Like, you can't even tell where the sun is today. It's so insanely like smoky from the fires in California. Like, the fires have literally gotten so big in California that in Las Vegas the smoke has completely covered all of like the sky, the sun. You can't even like really tell what time it is right now. It's super crazy. Definitely not good air to go outside, so today I'm probably gonna be spending most of my time inside, but we got another daily dash for you guys, and today we're gonna be talking about some places that you do not want to take deliveries from, or places you do not want to deliver to. Now, I'm not gonna call out any specific restaurants because it can really change depending on not only what city you're in, but like what part of the city you're in. Because, for example, I would never take an order from the Cheesecake Factory in Summerlin. I feel like it's a terrible place to do orders from just because of how slow they always are, and it sucks. However, the Cheesecake Factory over here where I live now is so much better, and it's probably one of the best restaurants too, especially if you saw my video yesterday. You know I ranked it as number 2. So I think it's just a one-off that the one in Summerlin sucks. So since it is Labor Day, I have not been able to get a dash, probably because everyone is off and everyone wants to make money today. So I'm just chilling today. I'm gonna go to the In-N-Out, get some food. I just found this gift card. I have no idea how old this thing is. But on the way there, we're gonna talk about some things you should and should not accept orders from, or places you should not accept orders from, because personally I think they're a total waste of time and you could be making so much more money. But I'm gonna say, like, if I see a big like $20 order from pretty much anywhere, like, I'm probably gonna take it. I'll walk the extra bit or whatever I have to do. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Tanner Markley. I'm gonna try to be helping you guys out as much as I possibly can with anything in your daily life, whether it comes to like business or door dashing or fitness or any of that kind of good stuff. So please subscribe if you guys haven't, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy any of it at all, or if you learn anything. So what we're gonna be talking about today is, I mean, anyone who's done a Doordash or a Postmates app or something, you've taken those orders where they take literally like an hour and you make like no money, and at the end of it you're like, wow, that was a gigantic waste of time. So for those of you who have not hit those yet, what we're gonna be talking about is where you should and should not be accepting orders, and where you should actually be like looking that you're delivering to before you accept that order. Because some places, they're gonna screw you and it's gonna take a lot longer rather than just waiting a little bit longer for another order. Oh, I'm really excited about this In-N-Out. I haven't had In-N-Out in like a couple months or so. It's been a while. I used to eat it like almost every single day when I lived in California, but I haven't been really eating it as much lately since I moved to Vegas. So I don't even know how old this gift card is. Hopefully there's money on it. And then I just remembered why I don't come to In-N-Out, because the line is, well, you probably can't see it because it's overexposed, but the line is like 30 cars long. But I have the gift card and I got nothing else better to do than talk to you guys and wait for some In-N-Out. So first place that you're gonna, okay, so not every place is gonna be the same. Like, I live in Las Vegas. There's some places that you don't wanna deliver to, and number one place is the Strip. Like, you are gonna waste so much time and money trying to deliver to places on the Strip. It's just totally not worth it, because not only do you have to find parking, which is normally you have to pay for this parking places. A lot of places have like 20-minute parking and stuff now, but even sometimes 20 minutes is not enough to deliver to a hotel, casino or something. So when Postmates first started doing deliveries and stuff, when I first started working for them a couple of years ago, they didn't tell you where you were delivering to. So sometimes it was like landmines, just like you didn't know which one. But you accepted an order and you didn't know where it was going to, and next thing you know, you see that you're driving to the Strip, and it's like, nowadays, now that they tell you where you're delivering to, I will never, ever, ever accept an order to anywhere on the Strip, because you have to pay for parking, usually. Then you gotta get out of your car, you gotta walk like a quarter mile, into the casino, then you gotta walk through the hotel to get to someone's room. It honestly doesn't even make sense that like any of these apps allow deliveries on the strip. Now, I'm not saying like there's a strip area in everyone's place, but like, you know, like if there's like a indoor mall or something and you have to get out of your car to go get their food, you're probably gonna spend an extra 10 or 15 minutes just walking to the restaurant because you have to go inside and then you have to come back. You're gonna spend a lot of extra time doing that kind of stuff. So anytime I accept an order, I'm always looking for like suburban areas that are right outside like the shopping malls or that kind of stuff. But I only go to like outdoor shopping malls because there's typically like Chipotle's and like Cheesecake Factories and all kinds of restaurants right outside of there. So that's where I'll accept the orders, and ideally you wanna try to go to orders that are at like actual houses because you're gonna make a lot more money if you're just delivering to houses because you don't have to look for the apartment number if it's an apartment or like any of that stuff, you know? You save so much more time. So if you can like, if there's an order that you are not 100% certain of and you might not want to take it because it's not enough money, you can usually check to see if it's an apartment complex or not just by zooming in on the map. And if it looks like it's an apartment complex, you should probably maybe just pass on it because you have to spend that extra time driving around the apartment complex looking for the number, and then when you finally get to the place, you usually have to park your car, get out, walk all the way up to their building. Sometimes it's on like the 5th floor or something like that. So usually try to avoid apartment complexes. Typically my trick has always been like, if it's in the middle of like a small city block or something, it's probably a house. But if it's on like a big intersection or something, it's probably an apartment complex. So generally I just try to avoid apartment complexes. Hotels for sure, if I get an order to a hotel, I will accept the fact that I'm just gonna cancel it. Like, I don't even care. I will take the punishment for canceling a late order or something. I'm just not gonna waste my time. It's just too much. Now, of course, after time, you're gonna eventually learn which places you should and which places you shouldn't go to. It really depends on your city, and I guess it depends on what kind of restaurant it is and how it's run and that kind of stuff. Some places are set up really well for Doordash to where you just walk in and it's super good. Some places, they just do, maybe they're new or something, they just don't have it together, or they're not really considering like the time of the Doordash driver who like has to come in or wait in certain places, or like sometimes they don't allow you to come in because it's too busy if they have too many dashers or something like that. Either way, like I have like a list of places that I'm not ever gonna go to. One of them is like Cafe Rio. I've just had nothing but terrible orders to that place. So really, like, no matter the price, unless it's like 25 bucks, I will not accept an order from there. Other places like that Cheesecake Factory that I was talking about in Summerlin, it's just like a terrible place. Every time I've had an order there, it was at least like 20 minutes late, which is so crazy that the other place in the south area of Vegas is like super on point. But I'm not gonna ramble on too much about this stuff. Comment down below if you guys have any specific restaurants that you guys absolutely hate going to. A lot of people read the comments and they enjoy like seeing other people's information. Of course, mine is like biased because I live in Vegas, and it's not biased for good or for bad or anything. I'm just being completely honest with everyone. But like, I obviously don't deliver in New Jersey or anything. So let the audience know what places you guys hate going to. All right guys, it's literally been 30 minutes and I'm finally just barely getting to the place where I can make my order. This is so insane. This is why In-N-Out is... All right, time to order. Hi, can I have a triple meat, no cheese, add hot peppers, and then can I have that with a fry and a Coke? Shouldn't order soda. Normally I try not to order the fries because they're kind of just like excess carbs, but it's already 2 o'clock today and I haven't really ate yet, so plus I'm gonna go to the gym in about 2 hours or so it's not gonna hurt too bad if I have a little bit of extra carbs. A lot of people come to In-N-Out for like the first time and they say this place sucks, and some people come and they say it's like the best thing ever. Personally, I grew up in California, so I'm a little biased and I really love In-N-Out. Comment down below if you guys love In-N-Out or if you totally hate it. In-N-Out doesn't do deliveries to like Postmates or Doordash or Grubhub anymore. They used to back like when they first came out, but I believe that those apps never were approved to actually deliver on Doordash or anything. So Doordash was kind of just using their restaurant without permission. Honestly, I don't think it really would make sense for In-N-Out to have drivers because of how long these lines are though. Like, it's almost always like 30 minutes long. But I do love In-N-Out so much. but I don't think I would ever accept any delivery orders from here. All right, the moment of truth. Was that 30-minute wait worth it? It was. I'm wearing a white t-shirt today, so I'm gonna really try really hard not to get any spread on my t-shirt, because I'm like the king of getting white t-shirts dirty, which is why I wear black every single day. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I just finished eating. I feel fat. I gotta go to the gym now and actually work out a little bit. Not gonna bring you guys with me, but subscribe if you guys haven't, please. I really appreciate any of the help that you guys can with my channel, and like this video if you enjoyed it at all, or if you got any sort of tips from it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.